Hello, I'm Simon Whistler. You're watching the Today I Found Out YouTube channel, and in the video today we're looking at the relationship between a famous violinist and the devil. At the height of his fame and fortune, Niccolò Paganini, arguably the greatest violinist to ever have lived, was both the toast and the bane of Europe. Considered by most a musical genius, by some a musical god, and by others the devil's minion, Paganini's virtuosity, appearance, and bearing had some people believing his skill could only have come after he made a pact with the devil. The Devil's Violinist was born on October 27, 1782 in Genoa, Italy. It is said that Paganini's mother had her heart set on him becoming a famous violinist, and from this a rumor later arose that she had made a deal with the devil, trading her son's soul for the chance to be the greatest in history. Whatever the case, Paganini began training on the mandolin at the age of 5 and the violin by the age of 7, both under the instruction of his father. He played his first public performance at the age of 11 in Genoa, and by the age of 13 he was sent to study with famous violinist and teacher Alessandro Rolla. Yet when he arrived, Rolla reportedly decided Paganini's skills were such that there was nothing he could teach him. Instead, he referred him to his own teacher, Ferdinando Pea. Again, because of his abilities, he was referred to Pea's teacher, Gasparo Giretti. 2 years later, at the age of 15, Paganini began playing solo tours, but within a year he had a breakdown and succumbed to alcoholism. Besides supposedly being in league with the devil, throughout his lifetime he was known as a heavy gambler, a drinker, and shameless womanizer. He recovered, and after a stint as the court violinist for Princess Elisa Bacchiocchi, Napoleon's sister, he once again toured Europe. Unparalleled as a performer in his era, Paganini was one of the first major violinists to choose to publicly perform various works without sheet music, going strictly on memorizing the works. Freed of standing in front of sheet music, Paganini flailed about the stage, contorting his body as he danced his exceptionally long and thin fingers across the instrument, earning him the nickname Rubber Man. This has all today caused many to speculate that he may have dually suffered from Marfan syndrome, accounting for his physique and long fingers capable of playing 3 octaves in a handspan, and Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, accounting for his supposed extreme flexibility. He is also reported to have been able to play at the lightning speed of 12 notes per second. Paganini's genius, however, wasn't limited to performance and traditional violinist skills. He also helped popularize certain techniques common today, including bouncing the bow on the strings, as well as plucking the strings with his left hand. He even purposefully sometimes mistuned the strings when it made a particular piece easier to play. He also experimented heavily with using harmonics in his music. Paganini himself presented a striking figure. He was tall and remarkably thin, with hollow cheeks, very long fingers, pale skin, flaming eyes, and thin lips that held a sardonic smile. He also often dressed all in black for performances. Together with his virtuosity and the fact that the violin had long been considered the devil's instrument, by the time one half-crazed fan at a concert in Vienna claimed he saw the devil helping Paganini play, the other patrons only had to look at him to be convinced. After this, reports of Paganini doppelgangers either sitting with his audiences or hovering by his side during a performance, sometimes with the addition of horns, hooves, tail, and red clothes, became common. By one dubious report, the devil even once caused lightning to strike the free end of Paganini's bow during a performance. Paganini had always been sickly, suffering from a variety of ailments throughout his life, including syphilis in 1822, which was treated with mercury, causing other health issues. In 1834, he was also diagnosed with tuberculosis, though he recovered. However, by later 1834, at the age of 54, he had lost the stamina to play and retired from public performance. In increasingly poor health, Paganini primarily spent his last years teaching, including for a brief period instructing famed Polish violinist Apollinaire de Konski. Paganini ultimately died in Nice, France on May 27, 1840. His death only fans the flames of his supposed pact with the devil. You see, shortly before his death, Paganini turned away a priest who had come to perform the last rites. His refusal is reportedly because he felt he wasn't about to die, and the whole thing was premature, though of course the rumor mill had other ideas for the reasoning behind his refusal. He died approximately a week after this without ever receiving last rites. This, combined with the long-rumored association association with the devil resulted in the local church refusing to bury his body on consecrated ground, despite Paganini being a member of the Order of the Golden Spur, having been granted that honor by Pope Leo XII in 1827. Whatever the rumors said, after 4 years, Pope Gregory XVI allowed his body to initially be transported to Genoa, and it was ultimately laid to rest in Valletta Cemetery in Parma, Italy, some 200 or so kilometers from his birthplace of Genoa, where it remains to this day. So I really hope you found that video interesting. If you did, please do hit that like button below. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel for brand new videos 7 days a week. Also, if you enjoyed this video, why not check out some of our others that are over there on the right? And thank you for watching.